We live in what will be known as the urban generation. The populations moving into urban centres worldwide are going to double over the next 40 to 50 years. That means, if you stop and think about it, that we're going to build the same amount of urbanism in 40 to 50 years that it's taken the whole of civilization. That's a unique challenge. And the challenge is, how do we build and how do we make it quickly enough and affordable enough? And I think that is the challenge that we'll be looking at over the next decade.
UB was driven by the frustration as an architect that I had, always seeing the beautiful buildings that we designed costing more and more and more as time went on, to the point where there is an affordability crisis in this country. My objective was to look at different technologies that might help to stabilise that cost or even bring it down. With UB, it was developed as something that doesn't have a fixed size. We make buildings specific to other people's designs. We don't have to design it. We will take your building, another architect's building, and turn it into units that we can transport, and that opens the door to being able to build them in a controlled facility.
Hickory is one of Australia's largest multi-unit builders, and we quickly recognised the benefits of the UB system over traditional construction methods. And so we invested heavily in the system's refinement, to the point now where we own Unitised Building Australia. We can manufacture units to almost any dimension and include the facade on the unit in the factory. This helps us stay true to the architect's vision. The most important thing for developers is that with UB you get a high quality product in about half the time. Because we're operating in a controlled undercover environment, we've removed the risk of construction delays, which is a significant problem for both the developer and their lenders. We have a much safer workplace. There's no more working at heights, there's no more working in direct sun or rainy cold weather. With UB, a critically important benefit is its sustainability. We've been working really closely with industry experts to explore the many advantages in material waste and recyclability, as well as transport and embodied energy. It's clear from these studies that the entire life cycle of the UB module is significantly more sustainable than conventional construction.
What you've got here is metal, which is recyclable, lightweight, can actually be used in a componentry, and clean, able to be fabricated in a factory and then just stacked, but incredibly durable. So you're winning on all counts.
The Little Hero project in Melbourne is the first UB project we completed. From there, we've also used UB to build 3 other Melbourne apartment buildings of over 425 apartments and over 800 UB units. Now we're taking the UB system out to the remote mining areas of northwest Australia. We're constructing a 235-room hotel in Port Hedland made in the Melbourne factory. We're hitching a ride on one of the container ships that travel back to Asia empty after dropping cargo off in Melbourne. So even the energy from transportation is limited because we're not creating a new travel route. UB is suitable for a wide range of sectors, obviously residential and hotels, and then hospitals and aged care. And what we're seeing now is a huge benefit of using UB in the remote areas, and particularly in the resources sector.
Well, I think traditionally we've seen construction as a linear process where you start from the site works and then you go through excavation, foundations, structure, and everybody follows on and everybody trips over each other on the way through. It's not an efficient way of building. And I think the UB system is a system that actually provides us with a very clean 24-hour operation if you want. This means we can procure housing very efficiently without wastage, and the site time is reduced dramatically. It's showing the rest of the industry where the future lies.